Morning, everybody. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, it is an exciting morning for me because I've got pockets in my jumpsuit. I mentioned having pockets in my dress a couple weeks ago, and I got so many messages saying, please bring attention to this problem. Women's workwear needs pockets.
The only problem when I wear a dress with pockets, I put this in my pocket and I forget it's there. It's like when you have your phone.
Oh, that's
you're like,
right.
Wait, where's the clicker?
Yeah. Well, there it is. There's the one flaw. But in case you're not a weather woman, like
good.
me and everybody else.
Hey, your keys, your phone, any of that can get lost.
Amen. Speaking of the weather, how's it going to be today?
Hot. You know, if you've thought it's been hotter than normal the past few days, you are not wrong. Yesterday was actually the hottest day in the Queen City in 2021 so far, reaching a high temperature of 96. Our normal 89, so about 7 degrees hotter than that. And if you look at 2, 3, and 4, all at 95, most of those hit in the month of August, and that's actually what we're going to be targeting today. So break out the AC, have the water bottle handy, before you head out. This morning, it's not quite that hot, but it is surely muggy. We have temperatures for most of the Carolinas starting off in the 70s. Jefferson, Morganton, and Boone, you're pretty much the only ones right now dipping into the 60s. Now, what we're not starting off with is any kind of rain, and actually most of the area pretty sunny to start off the day. You can see a few clouds there right off the border there into Chester, Lancaster, and of course Chesterfield counties, but for the most part now we are starting off nice and sunny. Now notice hour by hour temperatures are going to heat up. We'll be reaching those mid-90s, and that's when we eventually build in that opportunity for some clouds and of course thunderstorms too. This is pretty much the typical southeasterly pattern in the summertime where we start off sunny, we build in the heat, and of course that heat, that humidity brings the opportunity for some storms. Now before we get there, plenty of daytime heating for those mid-90s for most. It's up toward the mountains that we are expecting to be some of the cooler spots. Now the setup the next few days is going to be much different. In fact, today is actually going to be the last day that we see this oppressive heat and humidity. We have an approaching cold front coming in from the north and west, and that's really cranking up the moisture content. You have that coupled with the fact that we have a high pressure ridge overhead that's bringing in this warm southerly wind. The combination of the two from pretty much Sunday onward is going to bring an opportunity for daily storms, but more clouds, more rain, pretty much Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then kind of tapering off through the work week. Now, as we look at Futurecast, you can see through the rest of today, here's lunchtime, few little sprinkles here and there, especially up toward the mountains. We do eventually bring that opportunity a little bit further toward the south and east. You can see there toward I-77 and eastward there as we see those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, the past few days, we've also seen the risk for a brief strong storm or two. That's not out of the question, but I don't think today's storm potential is going to be widespread. But Sunday, Monday, and again through the rest of the week, that's going to be a different story. You can see this widespread moisture coming in from the south. So I wouldn't say today is a picture perfect day to get outside because we do have that opportunity for storms, but I would say it's going to be the better day of the weekend. Now, of course, our weekend rain is pretty notable, but look at most of the next few days. Next 5 days, expected rainfall totals could be 5 inches plus for the western side of the Carolinas. One of the reasons why, deep tropical moisture mixed with all of those tropical systems that we're keeping an eye on. You can see the next 2 to 5 days really cranking up that warmth. We're also going to see, of course, the opportunity for some flash flooding, that quick rain that happens oftentimes due to that urban heat island here in the Queen City and, of course, on the east side of the mountains. So that'll be something we'll keep a close eye on here over the next few days as well. In the tropics, still 2 areas of interest to monitor. We have Tropical Depression Fred. This front, of course, has continued to push Fred toward the west, and that's going to eventually shift it there into the Florida Panhandle by the early part of next week. And then it'll eventually be on the west side of the Carolinas, and we could get some of that leftover moisture from it as it continues its trek there toward the north over the next few days. Tropical Storm Grace just formed this morning, and that takes a similar trek there over the islands the next few days. Grace is going to be something that we're going to watch closely because look at that 5-day forecast cone. Eventually has the southern tip of Florida in that cone. Long-range models could have it pushing into the rest of the southeastern U.S. So locally today, strong storms are going to be possible for a few of you scattered across the area. 95, heat index 102, but the rest of the work week, more clouds, more opportunities for rain.